what we see is that many students after their post-graduation are unable to get full-time work linked or like relevant to the course of study. What can students do to increase that probability?
Yeah, talent team really are here to support our students and help them get to that end.
Yeah, we see all these CV clinic, really important with like you have to tailor it for every job.
Absolutely. I'm so pleased you said that, because ultimately your degree is about looking to get you that next step in your journey. And I think anything you can do to make the theory more practical or more real is a real benefit.
That's the student mindset in India. If I want to be doing trading, why would I go to anywhere place else? So I'll give you an example of a student. She's working in a restaurant right now. It's like a quick serve QSR format restaurant. She's done business analytics.
Okay.
And now is planning to apply for job. How do I position my QSR like a McDonald's kind of experience when I'm going for business analytics?
These are my favorite questions. So thinking about clients. Have you ever dealt with a difficult customer? Oh yeah. Every day. Have you ever had to manage your time effectively? Yeah, of course I have. I have to get there and do this and do that. I think sometimes we don't always stop and see the role that we're doing for what it's developing in us. And the majority of what we do is that pulling out of that information and giving our students that confidence boost to say, yes, it was McDonald's, but the skill set is transferable. You will still be able to manage those difficult client conversations and things like that. And it's one of my favourite things to do, because a student walks away and goes, oh, I'm pretty amazing from that retail job.
If an employer asks you, would you want sponsorship? Should a student say yes or should a student say no?
If you are planning to study in the UK, watch the video until the end and subscribe to the channel.
My name is Susie Elliott. I am a lead consultant with the talent team at Coventry University, Coventry campus. And the talent team are the support service within the university group for all things careers and employability. So we support students with everything from career planning. If you join us and don't know what you want to do at the end of your degree or your studies, and that can be quite common sometimes in the business sphere, because you learn so many skills and attributes that knowing what you want to do with that can feel a little daunting, scary sometimes. So we have a team who support with career exploration, understanding more about your individual motivations, strengths, the things that you really don't want to do, and then they can support students with career planning from there. So that's one strand. And then we also have teams who support with work experience. So that might be a part-time job to supplement studies, which is a great way to build skills and cultural awareness and knowledge, and earn some revenue as well. But also around more internships as well. So if individuals are looking to gain particular sector specific experience, then our teams can support with that as well. And some of the programs that we offer at Coventry have those built in through different consultancy projects or different placement opportunities as well. So our internships team and our World of Work coaches can really support students with exploring their options and everything that goes along with it. So writing that CV for the first time, making sure that that is very tailored, making sure that it sells an individual's experiences and their skills as well. Through to things like preparing for interviews and everything along those lines. So talent team really are here to support our students and help them get to that end goal.
I think so. Basically, understanding what you should do with your career, so that career guidance, and then helping you sort of navigate to the various opportunities, be it part-time, internships, work placements, or full-time opportunities.
Exactly that. And I think it's so important with postgraduate or master's study, because it's typically that 1 year course, and that goes so quickly. And if you are joining a university in a different country, in a different culture, there can be a lot to take on within that. So we really do want to do what we can to support our students. So we have our sort of World of Work plans, and we support students with understanding the key tasks, so getting that CV up to date, securing that work experience, having that career
plan. And isn't that CV like really important with like you have to tailor it for every job?
Absolutely. I'm so pleased you said that, because and I feel for anyone job searching, because it takes time. And the thought of having to rewrite that CV every single time can feel like the last thing we want to do, but it is that such a worthwhile investment of time, and just taking those few minutes to not rewrite it, but tweak it,
Tweak it,
change
yeah.
the messaging, change the language,
Yeah.
pull some skills higher up is really worthwhile, and that is definitely something our team can
Yeah,
support
we see
with.
all these CV clinic,
Yes, yeah.
flyers everywhere.
Absolutely, yeah. We do run a number of different sessions, so we have different support available through resources, through appointments, through different platforms.
So is it a common team between here at the Coventry campus and the London campus?
So we have a very similar support offering, different teams. So we have a London-specific team based at the London campus as well, but the support offering is very similar
Very
from
similar,
both sides.
right.
Yeah.
So one of my questions to you is, and I've been asking it to everyone, and you are, I think, the best person to answer. Is if a student is having to choose between London and another like a student town, could be Coventry,
Yes.
Birmingham,
Yeah.
Manchester, for example, how should one make that choice?
Wow, I think it is a very personal choice, and it's about understanding the differences between them. So absolutely looking at the course, what you'll be studying, and thinking, do the modules look like something I'll enjoy? Because if you enjoy the study, it all feels easier.
It's
You
much-
enjoy the
absolutely.
reading, you enjoy the assessments that little bit more. So absolutely sort of looking at that course content, looking at how the course is taught, how it's assessed, who your academics will be, what are their backgrounds.
Right.
So that's a big part. And then looking sort of outside from that a bit in terms of where you'll be living. So thinking about your accommodation, thinking about the city itself. So one of the things I really love about Coventry is we are a campus university, but all quite close together.
Yes.
So for the majority of our business courses, you're based in 2 or 3 different buildings which are very close to the library and the student centre,
Yes.
which is where you'll interact with all of the professional services.
So Coventry University is actually the city center.
Pretty much, yeah. And then you get it topped up by some nice restaurants
Yeah.
and nice places to go and eat as well.
I saw the Phoenix bar.
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
supposedly very popular here.
Yes, definitely, and all very close together. So it has a nice environment. So it's thinking about, Coventry does offer that city lifestyle. It offers history as well and a real heritage. But the heritage of Coventry is very different to the heritage of London, which you
Right.
could spend your whole postgraduate year exploring without even...
And even more,
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a very personal choice, but I think those are what I would encourage anybody to look at are the course, looking at where you'll be sort of living and staying, that culture, and thinking about what you're looking for. London is so cosmopolitan, it's a big place, comes with its own sort of costs and things like that associated with it. And Coventry offers a different perspective, but it's all very personal and down to the individual.
So basically you are saying that look at the curriculum and the course first, that is most important.
Yeah.
Fix that, and then look at, from a city perspective, you have to look at the lifestyle, the kind of
Yes.
accommodations, the costs that
Yeah.
are going to be associated with it. So whatever you are more comfortable with, pick it
I
that
think
way.
so, yeah.
Being a bit more specific to Coventry University, what is it that you feel like, especially for most of the Indian students are coming for studying in this school, School of Business or School of Finance and Accounting. Do you feel that there is a difference in opportunity for those students between London campus of Coventry University or the Coventry campus? Where should they prioritize?
Oh, it's difficult for me to say because I have only sort of very Coventry centric myself, so I can really only talk to the facilities at Coventry. London will offer its own vast range of things, but from the Coventry side of things, we have a number of different facilities. So we have things such as our trading floors, and we have a lot of practical learning spaces, which I think make it really sort of bring the world of work. Ultimately, your degree is about looking to get you that next step in your journey, and I think anything you can do to make the theory more practical or more real is a real benefit. So from the Coventry side, there's obviously lots of facilities along those sides, and at all locations, very passionate academics and staff to support the students, but it's difficult for me to talk a lot around London because it's not my area. I'd need to put you in touch with one of my colleagues who will do a very good job of talking you through it.
No, I think it is a competition right now for us. But that's the student mindset in India. Some of them just always want to stay in London. And when we say that, when you're going to certain other cities, the facilities and the infrastructure that you will get is far superior, right? And for example, I was at the trading floor. I mean, this is the largest academic trading floor in Europe. It's here in Coventry, and I'm like, if I want to be doing trading, why would I go to anywhere place else, right? If I can get access to such infrastructure. Coming to an overall point of view, and we would be getting a lot of Indian students. I hope that you are getting that they're at least asking for help. What we see is that many students after their post-graduation are unable to get full-time work, which is linked or like relevant to the course of study. So they are getting full-time work, but it may be something which they have not studied for it. So what can students do to increase that probability?
Yes, fantastic. So it is difficult, and obviously I would always urge all students to keep up to date with government guidelines and things around visa regulations. But I would say anything to find that unique selling point. So that's where that master's year is very quick, and we will always be talking about do more whilst you're trying to learn a new subject or a new country.
Learn how to cook and wash your clothes,
Absolutely, we don't ask much, but it all helps. Anything that will further transferable skills, or anything that will help to sell that experience or that knowledge as you go into those roles. And even if that initial role is that stepping stone, it's still developing those skills and that knowledge.
Can you give some examples of the students you felt that got, for whom talent team could help and, make any of those things happen?
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
to give it like be able to visualize what you're saying.
Yes, of course. So we work with numerous students from lots of different backgrounds, and right through from I am absolutely set that I want to work in this particular area. So our team will support them with that career plan if they need it, but then more towards, okay, well, that's the job that you have identified. Let's work on tailoring that CV. So have a look through the job description and really empowering our students more than anything, because very often students will come and sit with us and they'll say, oh, I've only ever worked in catering or hospitality, but there are still so many transferable skills from any job that will help to get that foot on the ladder. So
I'll give you an example of a student. She's working in a restaurant right now. It's like a quick serve QSR format restaurant. She's done business analytics.
Okay.
And now is planning to apply for job. How do I position my QSR, like like a McDonald's kind of experience when I'm going for business analytics?
These are my favorite questions. So thinking about clients, okay? McDonald's, quick service restaurants, my goodness, you have to be able to work at pace. You have to be able to listen to the orders being shouted from over here and your team colleague over here saying this, and then there's somebody in front of you telling you that you've given them the wrong sauce and is very angry with you. And although the world of restaurants feels so far away from business and business analytics, the skills are still the same. You will have frustrated clients. You will have to communicate difficult messages sometimes. Right. You will need to work in a team. You will need to communicate difficult messages. So actually, sometimes working in those roles that don't feel aligned, they absolutely are. It's just how you sell that experience. So we will always, that's why they're my favourite conversations, because we'll often sit with the students and say, oh, I don't have any experience. We'll say, well, have you ever dealt with a difficult customer? Oh yeah. Every day. Have you ever had to manage your time effectively? Yeah, of course I have. I have to get there and do this and do that. I think sometimes we don't always stop and see the role that we're doing for what it's developing in us. And the majority of what we do is that pulling out of that information and giving our students that confidence boost to say, yes, it was McDonald's, but the skill set is transferable. You will still be able to manage those difficult client conversations and things like that. And it's one of my favourite things to do, because the student walks away and goes, oh, I'm pretty amazing from that retail job or that restaurant job. Yeah. So that's definitely where we can support.
And I will use that in my tomorrow's discussion, and definitely. My last question to you is, as an international students, when students are going and approaching employers, be they at career fairs or applying online, everyone is asking for their visa status. And when they ask for visa status, I mean, they say that right now I'm studying, so I'm on the student visa, then I will be on the graduate visa, I'll get 2 years. And then I don't know, then you'll have to sponsor me. So how should a student answer the question that if an employer asks you, would you want sponsorship? Should a student say yes, or should a student say no?
I think it's always best to be honest, because ultimately as you're working through the application process, those right to work questions will come up down the line. But for me, it's more about reframing those questions. So thinking about, I would be initially looking at this visa or that visa, but what they are bringing to that employer. So again, those skill sets, I have worked in this industry, I have this knowledge, I have this, background or detail. And particularly with master's students, many have come with a wealth of different experience, and it's that I think is crucial to focus on, because the graduate route visa, as it currently stands, offers a really good option for students, and that's a great couple of years work experience or giving to that organisation as well. So,
but the employers are very much stringent on the fact that you only have 2 years time. Why should we invest in you, train you for a year and get you on board? And I would rather hire a local who can work for me for 10 years. So how does an international student navigate that?
I think it's again around that, focusing on the skills side of things. So what will you get from me for that time period? And that's hard to do sometimes. I think we have to be very aware of our own strength and skills and what we are able to bring to that opportunity and that employer. And that is the route that I would sort of encourage students to focus on, really.
That's the message we'll share with our students as well. And it was fantastic talking to you, somebody who's an expert in careers and talent in UK. And I think that's been our core reason for visiting.
Fantastic.
To understand the job market and its attractiveness to international students.
Yes.
So thank you so much for your time,
problem.
and we caught you off guard and I quickly pulled you in, but yes, really thankful for your time.
Thank you, lovely to meet you all, and I hope the rest of the visit goes really well and we see some of your students here soon.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll share them your details, and they'll come looking for you.
Fantastic, absolutely. I mean, the skills piece is difficult, and we can really support the students with that. It is sometimes to look at that CV and draw those out and say, well, this is this and this is this. So we're here to help as much as we can.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you
so much, everyone.
If you found this useful, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel.